Adam, a 4-2 defeat to York City today. Where was that one lost?
I don't really know where to start, to be honest. I'm disappointed with the result, but I'm more disappointed with how we played, because I thought we were really wasteful right throughout the game. Certainly weren't what we needed to be with the ball, probably until we made a few changes actually second half. And I thought when we put different players on the sides and put Will Ayhurst into midfield, we had somebody in there prepared to get on it and make a few passes into strikers' feet, and that makes a big difference. So yeah, I think the second goal, I mean, it's a ridiculous rule. I mean, I know the liner's just doing his job, but it's a joke of a rule. The lad's 2, if not 3 yards offside. Dave Sayers doesn't know that, you know, because the game's live. He makes, you know, he goes to play the ball because he thinks it's going through to Beck, and because he's not made a movement towards the ball, he's not interfering, and I think he's gone off him, and that's ultimately coincided with it going over Tom, and that's a massive goal, because if we're getting at half time 1-0, we're still in the game. 2-0, you've got a real challenge, because they're obviously, you know, got pace with Donaldson and Willoughby, and you know, you're trying to get back in the game in the second half. You leave space, they counter you. The third goal, we've given the ball away cheap on the halfway line. They've got in and scored. Fourth goal, a penalty. Jordan, I don't really know what Jordan's meant to do with his hands there. He's down by his side, the ball's at his hand. You know, I think they've changed the rule where if your hand's in a natural position, then it's not on ball. Well, that didn't happen today. But you know, I've got to give the lads credit for keep going and making a bit of a fist of it. And even though we've been beat 4-2 and scored a couple of goals, we could have scored 5 or 6. You know, we had 2 great chances at 0-0. Jimmy Hansen's headed it back across goal off a corner, and Jimmy's, you know, just off balance and not got enough contact on it. Hansen's gone through one-on-one, and the keeper's made a save. You know, that was at 0-0, and even then second half, you know, Clates had 2 free headers off set plays. Dave Sayers there at the end, he's had an opportunity off the long throw, and I just disappointed with how we played.
Yeah, as you said, we started off the game quite brightly. Now, you know, chances to go in front compared to last time out against Blythe. Even though we found ourselves 2-0 down, the first half performance was still much improved there.
Yeah, I don't know. It was. I mean, Blythe were far superior to us on Monday. Completely different game. You're coming back off a long journey to Kettering on the Saturday, and you know, not being able to, you know, change the team too much because of the players being out. And I think we just needed our second wind on Monday to kind of get the lads going again, and they did. More frustrated today with how we were with the ball, because you know, these are a massive club and they've got a really good group of players. But I do think that you can hurt them if you go about things properly, and I just didn't think we did that today. You know, we had so many. There was so much space out there. The game was so wide open. It was like watching a basketball game in the first half at times. It was ridiculous, and we didn't manage that well enough. And we're an experienced team, but I felt that had we managed that a little bit better, and had we used the ball a little bit more ruthlessly, then I think we could have won the game. As stupid as that sounds. But obviously, you know, as the game keeps going and, you know, they're 3-4 ahead, we keep trying. There's space then every time you turn the ball over, they get in on counter-attack. So I know they could have also scored more goals, but you know, we knew that they concede a lot of goals second half. We know they've conceded a lot of goals last 10 minutes. We needed to stay in the game, and we didn't do.
But you still must be pleased with the way they kept going. Will obviously scored a pretty special goal, and Hans has got himself 2 in 2 games now, so there's positive signs there.
Yeah, I mean, the lads always keep going. You know, I can never really criticise them for that. You know, they kept going, but you're never going to come back from 4-0. Once in a blue moon, you'll see that. The message at half time was, you know, well, right from the word go, really was clear. We need to stay in the game. If we stay in the game, I felt we'd finish the game stronger, and we did. But we gave ourselves too much to do through giving away poor goals and maybe a little bit of bad officiating. But the lads always keep going. You know, at half time, we felt if we could have just kept the back door closed and nicked that next goal, then maybe, you know, the crowd might become a little bit nervy and they might have dropped a little bit deeper, and we might have had a chance of maybe nicking a point. But you know, we then go and give the ball away cheap on the halfway line. They play a couple of passes, they're in and they score, and you can't make mistakes like that against teams that have got top players. Simple as that.
And next up we go to Spennymoor. It doesn't get any easier. It's always a tough place to go.
always a tough place to go. Any place in this league away from home is a tough place to go. So, you know, we'll just get in and train Tuesday, Thursday, you know, take the positives out of today, and let's go up to Spennymoor and see if we can get a good result, because I genuinely believe that we're capable of scoring goals everywhere we go, but if we give away goals like we did today, we've no chance.